Okay, so this is for all of my single over 30 people. Is anybody else just over this hookup culture? I mean, I get it. I'm online, I'm trying all these things, but like, what happened to romance? What happened to, a little bit of chivalry? Whatever happened to all of the nice things that men used to do instead of everyone asking us, what are you doing? Can I come through? Is there any real men out there at all? I don't know. Help me out.
There's been spottings of a cougar.
Say go, say go, say cool, say cool, say go, say go, say cool.
So what happened? She asked, what happened? What happened to men? What happened to the dating game? And let's see if we can unwind that in a very short, simple version right here in this video.
Is there any real men out there at all?
To start, understand hypergamy, and to put it simply, it just means that a woman wants the highest status man that she can attain to protect and provide for herself and her children, past or future. Hypergamy is not good, it's not bad, it just is nature. So understanding this just makes sense that a woman wants to invest in what she sees is the highest status man that she thinks that she can attain. What is the problem with this? It's that modern hypergamy isn't realistic. Because of how easy it is for women to get dates and sex, her hypergamy inflates her actual standards.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? God damn it. What do you want?
Here's one of the big disconnects. Remember, a woman's hypergamy wants the highest status man that she can attain. The problem is, because of how easy it is for her to meet a lot of men and to get a lot of dates and a lot of sex with these men, it makes her believe her hypergamy that she can attain those men.
11 athletes.
Woo!
5 entertainers.
Woo!
8 regular guys.
Woo!
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really done. I don't like talking about my history with men I'm dating, I guess until now, because most of the guys that I've dealt with are going to have more money than you. And you're going to feel a way about it. I know the male ego is fragile, like the ball sack that hangs in between your legs.
Use a hoe. Just a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that use a hoe.
So it's that disconnect between she's able to sleep with these men, but it doesn't mean that she can actually get those men to commit. That's the attainment part. That is where the big disconnect comes, and hypergamy throws everything off in this modern world where it's like sexual liberation, go sleep around, don't even worry about it, try it all out. Taste the whole buffet. For example, in this video, we see right here where she's like, oh my goodness, he likes me. She's so excited. Yay, yay, yay. And then all of a sudden, she's like, he likes me. The chase is gone. Time to move on.
Ay, ay. She's a runner, she's a track star. I'm a runner, I'm a track star.
Why? Because her hypergamy told her, whether right or wrong, her hypergamy told her that she could attain that man. He was too easy for her. So right there, just through a few text messages, she's like, it looks like he's more into me than I am into him. That means I can get him. Well, I better keep moving on. I better find the best thing that's out there. That is where hypergamy becomes a problem in today's society and culture, when it's allowed to just go crazy and rampant.
I said certified freak, 7 days a week.
Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. Think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls.
I'm talking wop, wop, wop.
So a case study here is just take an average woman on Tinder. getting a match or a like on dating apps and social media becomes a false sense of reality. This creates a lot of entitlement and ego for many women dating today. And what I mean by this is people in the comments can let us know here. Think about this. If you're just an average man and you take an average woman in your same town and you were to look at both of your Tinders or your online dating apps, it would be ridiculous how many more likes and matches she gets than her average man on the opposite side, who in a normal day and age, they would have been a perfect match for each other. Average man, average woman. But technology, right, has shifted and kind of screwed this game up. And so there's even a video that I broke down before about this average woman who changed her location on Tinder 50 times. And it showed all these men that were pretty clearly out of her league that she was able to match with. And that builds up this false sense of reality. Problem is that the gap is widening now between the average man and average woman. That gap is so far out of balance now because of today's dating culture, where technology has allowed more connections between people. Most women and some men have unlimited options. So how that works, right, is remember that average man, average woman, that average woman has way more options than that average man. So it becomes this dating field where most all women basically have, in a sense, unlimited options, and very few, maybe 20%, 10 to 20% of men have unlimited options because all of those women, their hypergamy makes them want to shoot for that top 10 or 20% now because they believe they can attain that based on all this social media false reality. Now, I'm not putting all of the blame on women. They're still perpetuating this cycle as well, is the top of the top, the stud man. He controls all. Now these few men, that top of that totem pole, they have so many women that are competing after them. Everyone in this dating field is going for these top men. So that means that this top man, the stud man, he knows how to manipulate. He knows how to maneuver. He knows how to play the game better than anyone because he's competing with every type of woman. And there's so few of these men that most women can't compete with these men. They can't hold up in these manipulation games. They can't hold up in this getting caught in this lifestyle. If this guy, can say a little something and make her believe that there's going to be some type of commitment, she can't compete with this guy. He's been through too much. So he doesn't settle. This top of the top guy, because these men have every woman fighting for him, they have no reason or urge to settle down with just one woman. This means that even the highest social IQ woman, even the top of the top, she thinks she's the hottest thing out there. She will always be chasing an unfulfillable dream because she's going to set that standard so high in her mind based on all the dates she's been through, all the party scene, everything she's lived her life doing up until that point. She's been inundated with so many options that the only men that will do are the top of the top. And guess what? Those men have no reason to settle. They just play them. They just do what they need to do, and they keep living their life. And the result is a broken heart cycle for all women, almost all men, except for the very top of the top men. Most women compete tirelessly for the few men that have a higher social IQ. These men will give these women false hope and end up creating jaded alpha widows. To the point where then they complain, what happened? Why do all these men just want to hook up? Because in her reality, the only men that she wants to go for anymore, based on all of her experience, becomes the top of the top men in each city or town. Those men are the ones that she wants, the alpha bad boy, that alpha widow syndrome, and she can never get them.
First of all, there's no such thing as relationships anymore, apparently. It's all just hooking up, friends with benefits, and never-ending talking stages. It's not at all what it used to be. Like, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. No. It is first comes sex, then comes ghosting, then comes emotional trauma and trust issues. And then everybody does the opposite of what you're supposed to. So if they like someone, they don't tell them. If they want to be with them, they act like they don't. Everybody wants what they can't have, but then when they have it, they don't appreciate it, so they lose it. So then they'll fight to get it back, and then when they get it back, they don't really want it because they didn't really want it anyway. They just wanted to get it back but not really have it. You feel me?
So all of the other guys, then she goes, and everyone else are just losers out there. So again, everyone that doesn't meet her hypergamy standards, based on all of her years of dating, she almost considers losers. That's her sexual selection that's just completely out of whack. And then even if there's a guy that she's like, all right, maybe I could settle for this guy, by this point, she has played the dating game so long, and this guy's gone on so much fewer dates that her social IQ, her ability to manipulate, her ability to control this man is so much higher than that guy that either she gets bored and just controls this guy and takes him for all he's worth or whatever, or she just decides to keep this guy as basically a human slave till death do them part. Yeah, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic and exaggerating, but that is a simple version of why this happens. What do you guys think? Did that make sense? Do you think that answered her question about the dating game, the dating world these days? All right, take care.
What happened to romance? What happened to, a little bit of chivalry? Whatever happened to all of the nice things that men used to do instead of everyone asking us, what are you doing? Can I come through? Is there any real men out there at all?
Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe.